All right, today we are going to work on a review topic that's going to be helpful to you next year. We're going to talk about solving problems with unit rates, and we're going to review what those are and how to calculate them. All right, first let's talk about the term rate. And the word rate means a ratio. Remember, a ratio is like a fraction with different units, okay, different units. And units in this case would be dollars and pounds. So these grapes cost $12 for 3 pounds. Pages in a book and days. I can read 75 pages in 3 days. And this car is traveling 180 miles in 3 hours. So a rate is a ratio or a fraction that has different units. Okay, so here are some examples of what unit rates look like. Miles per hour, dollars per hour, miles per gallon, words per minute, dollars per pound, points per game. There's tons of examples. And in each of these, I put the word per. It doesn't have to be there, but the word per means each, and you don't see the number 1, but this miles per hour means miles per 1 hour. And each of these, even though you don't see the word, means per 1 of something. So the key is, with a unit rate, the denominator is 1, per 1. Okay? All right, how do I take a rate and get it to a unit rate? It's pretty straightforward. It's a division problem. All right, so what we're doing when we go from a rate like $12 for 3 pounds, we're dividing by the denominator, all right, which is 3. And we have to divide the numerator and the denominator because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we're not really changing. We're not changing the value at all. We're just putting it in a simplified form. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. Obviously, 3 divided by 3 is 1. That's what we want. $4 for 1 pound. And the way we would normally say that is $4 per pound is our unit rate. 75 pages for 5 days. This time we divide by 5 because that's our denominator. And that gives us 15 pages for 1 day, or 15 pages per day. And the last one, 180 miles for 6 hours. Divide by that denominator, 6. And you get 30 miles for 1 hour, or as we typically say it, 30 miles per hour is our unit rate. Okay? All right, now let's use a unit rate to solve a problem. Okay, so I got Buster here, my dog, and he eats 20.5 ounces of dog food in 2 days. And I want to know, at this rate, if he keeps up at this rate, how much will he eat in 7 days? Okay, so the key to this problem is to find your unit rate first and then use it to figure out for 7 days. So 20.5 in 2 days, set up your rate. We're going to divide by 2, our denominator, and that gives us 10.25 ounces per day. There's the unit rate. Now I can use that to solve my problem. 1 day, I'm going to multiply that by 7, and that tells me how much Buster's going to eat in 7 days, and you can use your calculator for these. Okay, so again, divide to find the unit rate and then use that unit rate to solve your problem. All right, there's another dog, Roxy, and I want you to pause your video and try this one. Roxy eats this much in 3 days, and we want to know how much in 7 days. Go ahead and pause your video and try it. And then start your video again to make sure you got it correct. All right, here's your solution. Hopefully you got it right. 22.5 ounces in 3 days. We divide by 3 that denominator in order to get our unit rate 1 day, and then we take that unit rate 7.5 and multiply it by 7 days, and your answer is 52.5 ounces in 70 days. Okay? All right, now there's one other type of common problem with unit rates, and that's comparing to see which one is better, cheaper, faster, or any kind of comparison. Okay, so let's do one of those together, and then I'm going to have you try one of those. Okay, so let's highlight our key information. All right, Dorian buys 2 pounds of almonds for $21.98. All right, and he buys 3 pounds of dried apricots for $26.25. And we want to know which is less expensive, and that's usually what we're looking for at the store, less expensive and better unit rate per pound. Okay, so what we need to do is find the unit rate for each of these and compare those. Okay, so let's do almonds first, and we've got $21.98. Set it up as a rate for 2 pounds. All right, and since our denominator is 2, we're going to divide by 2. All right, and you can use your calculator for this one, which is what I'm doing. You got $21.98 divided by 2 is $10.99. $10.99 for 1 pound or per pound. Okay, that is for the almonds. Okay, do the same thing for the apricots. We got $26.25, and that is for 3 pounds. So in this case, we're going to divide by 3, and I apologize for my stylus acting up. It's happening a lot. Okay, so I'm going to divide $26.25 by 3, and that gives me $8.75 per pound. All right. Well, okay, there's no contest there. My least expensive is clearly $8.75 per pound. So if I'm trying to decide between the two, that's definitely the one I'm going to buy. Okay? All right, that's how we compare, find the unit rate for both. So let's let you try one. We'll finish up with this, okay? So pause your video and try this one. Instead of dollars, we're talking about how fast something goes. So a car goes 374 meters in 17 seconds. That's the car. And a bus travels 414 meters in 23 seconds. Sorry about that, seconds. And we want to know which vehicle is traveling faster and how much faster. Pause your video and try that one, please. All right. Let me fix my screen here. There we go. Okay, so here's our solution. The car, we divided 374 by 17, and that came out to 22 meters per second, right? And when we did the bus, we did 414 divided by 23 seconds, and that gave us 18 meters per second, all right? Seconds, and the car was this much. Okay, so faster one is the car. 22 meters per second is faster than 18. How much faster? How much means to subtract. So my last step would be 22 minus 18, and I would say that it went 4 meters per second faster. Okay? All right. And that's it. Hopefully that's a review. Don't forget to submit your Google form, very quick 4-question form to show that you watched the video, and that will go toward your classwork grade. And if you need practice, you can go and work on the worksheet that I attached to the assignment. Make sure you understand these problems. All right. Thank you.